Hello my friends, thanks for joining me once more. Now as you can see by my attire, it's getting a bit nippy here in the northeast of England. Actually I was surprised the other day, I think I saw on TV that London UK is actually north of London Canada on the map. Didn't realise that, I thought we were much lower than Canada. Anyway, not that that's got anything to do with it, but I thought I'd mention that. Okay, today we're going to take a look at this publication, Paperback Parade, which has an extensive interview with my favourite artist, Don Maitz, who did many a cover for Artbooks and others. And also there's some other interesting stuff in there. Now this publication is produced by my good friend and YouTube colleague Gary Levisi, who hails from New York. It's periodical, so it doesn't come out at a regular, say quarterly basis. It just comes out when it's due, basically. But as you can see there, it's all full colour, $15. And if you're interested at all in vintage books, pulps, magazines, then you really should buy copies of this, subscribe to it, and also visit Gary's YouTube site. It's Gary Levisi. It's easy to find. Just put in a search for GaryLovisi, Gary Levisi, and you will find a wealth of information there about vintage stuff, basically. Okay, now this issue is particularly interesting to me because it has a very long interview with the great Don Maitz, who of the 580 door books, yellow spine door books, he actually did 27 of the covers, second only to the great Kelly Fries. And not only has he done paperback covers for door, he's done them for pocketback. Actually, one of my favourite covers of his was done for pocketbooks in the States. And also he's done many other paintings for many other media. But he also does commissions as well, which is interesting. But this covers his life, how he got into artwork, people who inspired him at that point, and then just his general background and life along the way. Now, as you can see, it's all in full colour, lavishly illustrated with Don's work. There's one of his. I mentioned pocketbooks earlier. That's one of his pocketbooks covers there. And it's just very, very informative, especially to a big fan like me. There's one of his doors, of course. And that's not all that's in the magazine. Worth mentioning that it's been going for 38 years, which is not bad at all for a publication these days. But I'll just give you an idea what's in from the list of contents here. You've got paperbacks of film noir, stuff like Brighton Rock, Desert Fury, paperbacks, matchless paperbacks. Now, I don't know much about these. They're matchbook covers that somehow have relation to paperbacks. I haven't read that one yet. US Penguin Specials, US Penguin Signet books. Fantastic art of Ron Turner. Now that's well worth a read because Ron Turner was one of the great artists of the 50s, 60s. He did a lot of work for the Vargo Statten series of novels, space opera, and also Badger books, which I collect. And then the fantastic art run turners by Philip Harbottle, who a few of you might know from this country. And there's a there's a nice little piece at the back about the army game, which a lot of Brits of a certain age, open brackets, like old codgers like me, close brackets, will well remember. And say it's nicely illustrated. There's some nice Rum Turner artwork from back in the day. Really excellent artist. And as I mentioned, the Penguin signet books with covers. And I'll get to it. The US Penguin specials from 39 to 45, the war years, of course. So yeah, excellent issue. So if any of you are interested, and also I found this quite nice as well, being a big Shadow fan. Lovely painting of the Shadow. Reading a Doc Savage magazine there. Advertisement for pulpadventure.com. I wish we had these over here. I'll be there in a shot. So yeah, there's Paperback Parade. Very nice indeed. If you're interested in contacting Gary with regard, you'll have to excuse my lousy writing there. It's sort of got smaller, but I'll just leave it on the screen there so you can pause. Just get in touch with Gary there. He has lots and lots of different publications that Griffin Books do. Yeah, have a word with Gary and he will sort you out in the nicest sense of the phrase. Right, so good, that's that. Talking of Don Maitz as we were, I've managed to get both of the art books that has contained his artwork. There's a paperback called Dragon Quests, very lovely cover there, The Art of Don Maitz. And more interesting is the hardback First Maitz. Again, cracking cover. This book had a lot of distribution problems, I understand, and I think there were only 2,000 books sent out to comic shops. Bookshops. I don't know what happened to the rest of them, but apparently it's not the easiest thing in the world to find at a reasonable price. So yeah, I mean, this is I bought this one second hand, but it's a particularly nice copy. All the spines perfectly okay, not a lot of rubbing. So in here we have a lot of Don's work for. I don't want to open it too wide. A lot of Don's work for Door, without all the cover and all the writing, and of course in large format. I forget which book that came from, but I remember it well. Didn't say there. Oh, The Green Gods by N.C. Henneberg. Strangely enough, I mentioned that he did 27 covers for Door Yellow Spines. He only did one more for the later ones that didn't have the yellow spines. don't think that was a door. At least I don't remember it as. Probably tell me inside somewhere. Yeah, Piers Anthony tour book, so it's a tour books were a publisher that I don't know much about because I haven't got many of their books. There's another nice door cover. That one's Cure the Dead by Tanith Lee. I should have known that off the top of my head. And yeah, I mean, just some lovely stuff. There's one there with that's the painting, and that's the guy who did the standing about so he could paint them. Yeah, so I'm particularly pleased to have that volume. So it's not the easiest thing to find. This unfortunately is a paperback. I don't know if it came out in hardcover. Doesn't blah blah. Soft cover edition. No. It looks as though I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, but it looks as though there's only a soft cover version of it, which is unfortunate. But a lot of this stuff is non-door work, so it must have come out a while back. But of course, as I say, he did many other book covers for many other. You know, it's great to see them in large size without the print over the top. It gives you a real feel of the brilliance of his work. Particularly nice one there. That one. So yeah, that's Don Maitz. So I thought I would connect the two things, and since there's a large interview with Don Maitz to show you what I have. Well, the only two things that you can get with Don Maitz artwork. So, yep, it's just a short video, this one. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll be along. Actually, I'm going to do something I've not done for years. I'm going to do a video shortly about comic book covers, contemporary ones. I mean, I did a video many years ago about the old silver and Bronze Age covers, but I've not, as far as I can remember, I've not done one about the modern covers. And actually, the modern covers have a lot going for them, in my opinion. In fact, I buy comics just because I like the cover, even though they're quite expensive these days. But anyway, I'll be picking out a lot of covers that I consider to be excellent, and I will show you them. So thank you again for joining, subscribing, commenting as you do. As usual, I could do with more comments if you wouldn't mind. And I will see you very soon. Bye-bye now.